So here I've got my photo mats ready to add to the album. So the reason I use photo mats is, one, it shows where the photo goes, and all these photo mats are cut to fit a 6x4 photo. So every mat in this album is 6¼ by 4¼ inches. And by putting the photo mats in, you're also saving on your designer paper. So it just makes the album cheaper to make as well. So I'll just put them to the side for now. I've also got my magnets. So these are 1/2 mil wide. And these ones I managed to get at 12 mil wide across. So I usually put them on my scissors so I could find them again. And I've got my construction tape back as well. So I use that to hide my magnets. So let's open it up. So the first place I'll want a magnet is on these two bands to keep the waterfall down. Now, if I stuck it underneath the photo mat, the magnet then would have the designer paper from here, the photo mat, and then as soon as we put the photo on again, you've got quite a lot of layers between the two magnets. So I prefer to put them under my designer paper, but I don't know where that's going to go yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to attach my photo mat first, just using my ATG gun for speed. So my page was 6½ wide. My photo mat is 6¼ so that'll give me a nice black border. So now I know my designer paper is going to be here. So my belly band needs to come here. So I'm just going to mark either side, just so I put my magnet in the center there. So I'm just going to take my construction tape and stick it over. So the tape over the top just helps us smooth out the edges as well. So once it's under the designer paper, it'll be even less obvious. Now for my second magnet, I'm going to take more of my tape, but I'm going to place it down sticky side up. I'm going to take my magnet and drop it, and it's found its right pole and position. See, if I move it, it's gone back there. Now I'm going to bring my belly band up and place it where I want. So it's there. Hopefully the tape will have caught. Yep. So now my belly band is all ready to go there. I'm going to do the same on the other side. So again, I'm putting this mat on ready just so I can find out where to place the magnet. So I'm going to place it in the center. Tape over the top. Another piece of tape, sticky side up. Drop my magnet onto it. And bring my belly band back over. And smooth it down. And now my two waterfalls are stuck down nicely. Now when I open up my album, there's quite a bit of weight here and everything just sort of opens up with this flap. So what we're going to do is we're going to attach some magnets to the inside of this page as well. So the waterfall does curl the page a little bit, so I'm just going to flatten it down. So I'm going to want the magnet here to keep it down. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put my photo mat away. So my score lines here. So just like before, I'm gonna have a little black border. I'm gonna put my magnet here. So I'm gonna put some more tape, sticky side up, drop it on. And when I close it this time, what I want to do is make sure all my pages are where I want them to be when the album is closed. So then the magnet itself will help keep all the pages lined up. So when it comes together now, it'll hold it. So I want one down the bottom as well here, just to neaten off the bottom corners. So again, I'm going to put the magnet in the corner, tape, sticky side up, drop the magnet on top, close it. So that first magnet's popped into place. Bring that second flap in. And there we are. So the two magnets on this side are needed just so that when you open it, those magnets will keep all the pages attached to this page and not start opening and flapping as it's opened up. But this side, you can get away with no magnets, but I think I'm gonna add them anyway, just because I like the secureness of it. So again, let's add our photo mat just to help space things. So I don't want it over this corner. So here's the score line. Let's add it here. So the magnet is going to go here. You don't want to go too close to the edge, otherwise your designer paper is not going to be hiding it. So let's drop it on. Let's just line everything up. So I said the magnets will help line the pages later on. Perfectly stuck. And just for luck, let's add the back in the corner as well. So again, sticky side up. Align all my pages. Stick it down. And there we have it. All the magnets are now holding my page is in place. So now that we've done the magnets, let's just finish adding the rest of the photo mats. So let's start with the waterfall. So I've got a portrait one. So now I want to add a landscape one. Sorry, I've got a landscape, I want to add a portrait. So here's the score line, so I'm working within this square to line it up. And later on I'll add the designer paper strip down there. Now for my waterfall to look nice when it's shut, I'm going to have the patterned paper here. Every time I add those landscape photo mats, I'm going to add them to the top and put my designer paper underneath. So I'm working from the scoreline down. So the scoreline is there. I've got my little bit of black edging around. So this time we're going to add another portrait, but I'm going to come this side, so it kind of goes zigzag down. And again, as I said, these landscape ones are going to be added to the top of each of these ones. So I've gone left, right. This one's now going to go on the left. So I'm just lifting my page up so I can see it. And it also helps to keep it flat, because if I do it flat now, it's going to curve over that thickness and be like a wave. So if we're doing it in the air, you're actually getting a little bit flatter. So again, across the top. That's my one on the right. I'm lifting it in the air again. And a final landscape one. So now my first waterfall is done. What I would do then is, on the right hand side, I would start with my first one on the right hand side, just so it's symmetrical to the left hand side. So let's just do a couple, and then I can do the rest off camera. So this one now is just going to go landscape, so it's the same. So then as you go through, they would alternate left, right, left, right. So imagine now I've finished that one. I'm now going to open up. Now I've got one in place already from when we did our magnets. So we're going to add one here now. So again, I'm going to try and avoid having the double depth of the photo and the photo mat. So I'm actually going to put this away from the magnet, and I can either put it there, but just for difference, I'm going to add it to the bottom. Just adds a bit more interest, going left, right, left, right. But on this one, I'm going to mimic this one. It's going to be open like this probably the most. So people are going inside that deep pocket to look through all the photos inside here. So you want this to look quite symmetrical. So make sure I'm not going over that score line. I'm lining it up. And stuck down. So then this central pocket has got lots of room. It's really nice and deep to throw in loads and loads of photos. So there we are, the left hand side is done. So let's continue that on the right hand side. So we've got one up to the top. We're to avoid the magnets again. So this one is going to go towards the bottom of the page. And then as we open up, we want one here, just to balance it out. So we're going to ignore the score line and attach it there. So I'm doing it in the air, not flat there, otherwise again we're going to get that bowed effect. So keep it nice and flat. So there we have it. Our photo mats and magnets are in place. So as I said, there's 24 photo mats, which doesn't sound much maybe of photos, but bear in mind you've got room for photos in this pocket, you've got room for more here, and you've got those two, I don't know why I've opened the waterfall, we wanted to open the flaps. You've got these two really deep pockets here which will hold loads of photos. So all in all, it'll hold a considerable amount of photos. So all that's left now is to decorate it. So I'm going off to choose some papers and I'll be back.